Hey, this is Ducky from 10 Rep Athletes, and today we are going to go through a couple of exercises that you can actually do to still train your abs, even when your lower back hurts or you have back problems in general. Since there are so many different kind of back problems, I've segmented this video in laying static, laying dynamic, side static, side dynamic, and plank static and plank dynamic. This is not going to be a workout. This is just a couple of exercises for you to choose from and maybe build your own workout plan around it. Try them, see which of these exercises you can perform with the specific back pain that you are dealing with. And if you want to, there are going to be workouts for each and every one of those categories that you can follow along. Just look in the description or click on the link that is going to appear on your right upper corner. With that being said, let's go to the exercises and I wish you a swift recovery. We are starting off with the laying static movements. This is classically going to be a boat hold, for instance, where you lift your shoulders and your feet off of the ground and you control your breathing. There are many ways how you can make this movement easier or more demanding depending on your need. For instance, you can lower the shoulders if that means that you can lift up your legs. Lifting up your upper body will target your upper core. Lifting up your lower body, also the legs, will engage your lower core. Lifting up both will engage all of them at the same time, so choose what is possible for you. Another variation that you can do are slow controlled bicycles. Just perform a bicycle movement up to the level of movement that you can allow yourself, but stay in that position. Breathe out. Don't really pull yourself towards the knee, but you can give yourself a good hold. Alternate with the legs. And you should really focus on your breathing, and with every time you breathe out, you just squeeze the core and engage your muscles. An example for a great laying dynamic movement would be leg flutters. Again, you can lift up your shoulders if you can, but make an up and down movement with your feet. I'm not a fan of scissors, that you make a scissor movement with your feet. That's not working for me at all. But I think that this movement really engages your core and is easy to perform even with back pain. Secondly, corpse crunches. This is something you have to try. Oftentimes the back pain comes from stretching your back muscles, so this could very much trigger it. Try to sit up without using your hands or your feet as an assistant. Just pull with the force of your upper body. Try to reach the sky with your chest, so to say. Exhale with every repetition. The goal is not really to sit up, but just to pull yourself up with the force of your upper body. Again, this is something that could trigger your back pain. So really be careful with this one. Following the same principle, we have variations of sit-ups. You will most likely feel your back flaring up when you perform this movement. One way you can actually circumvent that and make it easier on your back is if you pull one leg closer to you and leave your legs at an angle instead of straightening them out. Again, here as well, focus on your breathing, focus on your core, and really squeeze your abs when you're crunching. With this exercise, you don't really need a lot of range of motion, but the intensity will actually come from your breathing work and how much you focus on the muscle group that you want to exercise. With this technique, you can actually try and see if you can make any other crunch movements work as well. Side cycles are usually back friendly. This exercise is performed on both sides. Lay on your side and try to meet your elbow and your knee in the middle. Breathe out every time you do the crunch. Plus points if you can lift the lower leg as well, or even cycle with the lower leg as well. You should really feel this on your obliques every time you breathe out. A more advanced version with more range of motion are the side scissor crunches. With that, you have more of a twist in your upper body and more of a contraction when you come to the other side. This twisting motion, however, can be a source of back pain, so be careful with this movement as well. Going over to our plank exercises, the first one is our traditional plank. You want to make sure that your body and your feet are in somewhat of a straight line. The more you move forward with your elbows, the more intense it will be on your core. Try to hold this position for as long as you can, but at least a minute. If planking static is not quite your thing, mine isn't either, try to make this plank variation, where you lift up one leg, lift it high up to the side, do not touch the side, and lift it back to center and stabilize. Continue doing that with the other leg as well, and then reach out with the left upper arm, touch the floor, go back in. Reach out with your right arm, go back in. If that is not quite doable as of now, try hip dips, which means you turn your body slightly to one side while still being in the plank position and almost reach the floor with the side of your hips. Last but not least, we have side plank variations. Static movement first would be holding this position as good as you can. You will benefit from really engaging your cores in this point. Try not to dip too much to the ground or to be too high up. See if you can manage to make somewhat of a straight line and really engage your core. To bring a bit of a dynamic movement into this, try to bring your hips to the floor and then raise them up to the sky. Every time you raise them up, try to squeeze your core and then go again. Another option would be to try to reach through the hole that you have between your body and the mattress. Put one leg forward to stabilize yourself and reach through the gap. Try to engage your stomach every time you reach through. There we have it. These are all exercises that you can hopefully still do even with back pain. As I mentioned in the beginning, there is a playlist in the description below for all of these movements in a complete workout. If you're interested, check it out. If not, I think you should still check it out. And hopefully we see each other in another video. Until then, have fun, stay healthy, and we'll see each other in the next video.